All right. We are back. There we go.
Sports in session, baby. All right. So, welcome back to another edition of Live Feed Reed. I'm Paul Reed, your host, and the Ed McMahon to my Johnny Carson, Jason Crawford, live from his studio in Tallahassee.
That's
It
right.
is, what is it, October the 3rd, 1
Wow.
o'clock? I know, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and here we go again.
Yeah, it was just New Year's. Like,
Please.
just yesterday, it feels like.
All right, so we've got today's topic, as I think might have been listed, is something about read what you sign,
Yep.
and we're going to get into how that came up. It's a real client this week, which has happened in the past, but it's something worth saying again. And it's simply this: I've done it, you do it, everybody out there in TV land has done it. You just sign things without reading it.
Hmm.
I bought my house. I don't know, 2020. What is there? An inch worth of documents.
Oof.
I initial sign, initial sign, initial sign, initial sign. Give me my keys and here's my money. Have a nice day.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Rental cars. Sign, sign, wave, wave, sign, sign. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. Whatever. Do it. Don't do it. I get it. But what happened to this gentleman today that we're going to talk about had to do with his insurance policy,
Mm-hmm.
his auto insurance. But before we get into that, I think Jason has an example
Yeah.
and this isn't whether you like TikTok, don't like TikTok, whether the Chinese are spying on you, whether American businesses are spying on you, whether your information is out there. But it's an example which nobody reads.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody reads it at all. And I'm not on TikTok. But Jason, tell us when you
Mm-hmm.
sign up for TikTok, and of course you don't read the 50 pages and you have to scroll down and put I agree. What are you agreeing to? As
Yeah.
an
So,
example of today's topic.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize because we're just in the age of constantly clicking and I just want access. I just want access. Let me on. Let me on. And we don't realize that clicking that button and signing in it's a binding agreement. It's a document. It's a legal binding agreement. And so when you do, you're giving them access to your phone, your devices connected to that device because they need to be able to. Oh, if you have on geolocation and it's turned around, it has to be able to assess and ping all of these different things and content that you haven't posted yet, but that you are working on it. And then you decided not to post, they house it on a server. So there's all kinds of stuff that you don't really think about that have to get handled in some kind of way that are attached to your privacy or your data or your information. And you just want to get online and see what other people are doing.
I
But
want to watch
when you,
the cats attack the dogs.
yeah, but when you click that button, you're giving away an awful lot. And same
Not
thing you
only,
mentioned
and
with the house. And
if you have 5 phones connected to that account, your kids, your spouse, you're giving that away too.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And if
So,
your vacuum
and
cleaner's
we're
connected to
not
the
going to harp
Wi-Fi.
on TikTok, but
Yeah.
and of course I do personal injury. The majority of personal injury attorneys, no matter who they are, uh, automobile crashes are their bread and butter. I mean, that's just it. There's dog bites, there's slip and falls, there's medical malpractice, there's nursing homes, there's
Yeah.
assault, there's
Yep.
this, there's that, there's the other. But by and large, uh, in Tampa, you got the Catanias, you got the Morgans, you got the Culpeper Curlins, you got the Rubenside, you got the Reeds, you got the
Yep.
this, you got that, you got the billboards here. Those are more, auto accident types of firms, and that's how they make their living. Can you do other things, but by and large. So here's what happened this week.
Okay.
And first and foremost, if you can hear me anywhere in the world, especially Florida, if you have direct general, you should shoot yourself in the mouth. Just kidding.
What what is direct general? Be
It is the
specific.
worst automobile insurance in
Mm.
Florida. It is the bottom feeder of automobile insurance.
Mm.
And so what they do is it's the lower socioeconomically situated people, right? It just is because all states expenses, State Farm, USA. So they claim to be less expensive, right?
It's technically coverage.
At best.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Because
technically
here's their modus operandi, meaning here's how they operate, in my opinion.
okay.
You'll go online and you'll fill out the documents. Here's the coverage I want. And most of the time, it's the bottom. It's the basics. Property damage, 10,000, meaning if you're at fault, you have 10,000 in coverage. And then the personal injury protection, meaning it's like your health insurance through your auto.
Okay.
All right. That's 99 out of 100 policies. That's what they sell.
Wow.
Well, if you keep scrolling down the application, at some point it says, in fine small print, or up here it says list members of your household over the age of 14, or just list members of the household.
Okay.
Down below that, in the tiny little print, it says failure to list members in the above section will basically void your policy ab initio from the beginning. Well,
Okay.
people, well, if I list my grandma who lives here, my daughter, my cousin, all the people who live here, they're going to charge me more, right? That's the thought process.
Okay.
So they don't. They just leave it
Right.
blank. They just leave it blank, right? And they go on,
Okay.
they sign, they pay their premium, but you have people living in your household, right?
Yeah.
Guess what you don't have, Jason?
Coverage for them.
You have no insurance for yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because what happens is this company, as soon as they get our letter of rep, they'll
Void.
sign someone, say, hey, we need to take a recorded statement from your client, our insured, or whomever, right?
Okay.
And they act, we know why they're doing it. So they'll get
Mm-hmm.
around and tell me what was the day of the crash, what happened. Well, let me ask you this. Who lives with you? Oh, I live with my mother, my brother, my cousin, my sister, my aunt, whoever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, that's about all I need. Thank you. And about an hour later, you'll get an email, or a day later, or a letter saying your coverage is void based on section 2, paragraph 3, where you
Right.
didn't list the people that live with you.
Yeah. Okay.
And so now you don't have PIP, you don't have property damage, and let's say you're one in a million that had bought a car and have comp and collision, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you're at fault. Well, now your car doesn't get fixed because
Mm.
you don't have coverage.
What a trap door.
Well, it is, and the problem is that's why we're here. Public service message. Someone may see this, I don't know, but you can't do that. You just can't, because the law is this. The law in the state of Florida says you have a duty, and this goes, but let's switch now to you and me.
Okay.
We're at Allstate, Geico, USAA, Progressive, Amica, Hartford, you name it, and we do the same
Mm.
thing. Then you say, I want property damage 25,000. I want my PIP, no deductible. I want comprehensive 500, collision 500. I want tax towing, and I want med pay. I want it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then you click, 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 click. They say pay this, and you whip out your credit card, and you pay $42,000 for that coverage a month. And then you have an application, or they send you the policy, and you just stick it in the drawer, or hell, you just throw it away because you go, I got it on my phone.
Mm.
So a month goes by, 2 months goes by, and boom, you're in some kind of crash, right? And that's what this person did. So he calls up Direct General and says, hey, I was in a crash. It's my fault. I need to start a collision claim, meaning
Mm.
collision is if you're at fault or the other person doesn't have insurance or doesn't have enough, you've got to go under your insurance to fix your car. If your car's totaled, which his is, then you get the fair market value of the car. You with me?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, Direct General, like, oh, well, you don't have that coverage on your policy. And he's like, well, what do you mean? I selected it. Here's where it is. They send you a copy of your policy. It's not on there. Guess what you don't have? You don't have everything that's not on there. Because well, I told them, or I filled it out, or I clicked this, or I did that, is ineffective. The law is basically you have to ensure proper coverage by getting your declarations page, which tells you your coverages, and you have to review that document to ensure that you know what it's saying, understand what it's saying, and prove or have it listed what you have.
Yeah. So the burden is on you.
Period.
Yeah.
And the I told him, or I did this, or I did that. That doesn't
Doesn't
work
fly. Yeah.
because he's angry that I told him. Because dude, he had his car 5 days. It's a brand new car. Now, why you'd have Direct General? I've already told you where I sit on that. But now he's got a $20,000, $25,000 car payment and no car because it's totaled and no coverage.
Mm.
And he thinks there's something any lawyer in America can do for him. There is not.
Ooh.
We got his declarations page, and there's no coverage.
So
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so you're saying that it's not just a specific company; it
Correct.
is a clause that gets added to what the general.
No, not a clause.
Mm.
If I have one, but you go look at yours, it'll say declarations page, even on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It'll tell you what coverages you have.
Mm-hmm.
You have property damage. It will tell you the amount, $10,000. You should have more than 10,000. They're not $10,000 cars anymore.
Yeah.
You should have 25, 50. The next it will say your PIP, no fault, personal injury protection. Do you have a deductible? 500, 1,000, 2,000. Okay. And deductible simply means the first $1,000 of your bills aren't getting paid. So either you better have health insurance, or you're going to owe the ambulance for the $1,000 ride, so to speak. Then it goes to the bodily injury. Bodily injury, is whether if you're at fault, it pays for the other person's, unpaid medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Okay, and so forth. So you need to look at that declarations page. You need to read it, and you need to understand what it is you're buying. And if you don't, then you need to go to Reed and Reed's website or somewhere and Google in what is bodily liability coverage? What is uninsured motorist coverage? What is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody does. They don't know. Especially uninsured motorist coverage. If you're driving around out there and you don't have uninsured motorist coverage and bodily injury, you're asking for trouble, because what people in the state of Florida think is full coverage means that's what the state requires. I got full coverage. I hear it all the time. Well, that's what the state requires. The state requires property damage, 10 grand, and PIP, right?
Right.
So Jason thinks he has full coverage. He buys property damage and PIP, and he gets in a crash, he's fault, and he injured someone, and he doesn't have bodily injury liability coverage. What happens to Jason's driver's license? Jason's driver's license is suspended indefinitely.
Yeah. Until
he makes good on the property damage or the injuries that he has caused someone else.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
It is. And this makes me think of, I saw this, I don't know if it was a TikTok or whatever. I'm not on TikTok, but I sometimes see the repost or whatever. This girl was complaining about Apple Pay because she didn't realize it was real dollars. It was real money. That she thought it was Apple Pay. That when she used her phone and they take her data, that they're compensating her with Apple Pay for her using her phone so much. And she's like, I can't afford this. I didn't realize. She ran up a tab, and it just didn't even realize Apple Pays real dollars. And I'm just, there are so.
Jason, that's probably why you homeschool your children.
Right.
I'm going to leave it at that.
but I can't imagine. I know that there are people out there who don't understand how that's simple. That's simple. This is complex, and there are so many pieces to it. This is just.
Yes, on my live feed, Reed. How can I help you?
I got a new.
I can't take it. You deal with it. Sorry about that.
No, we'll be off soon.
Crack staffs.
We'll be off soon. You can get to it. No, but this is complicated, and I think that the guidance that the wisdom that you're providing is so useful and helpful, because there's a lot of people who don't know, and we're not in the habit of reading not even the fine print. The print.
Here's the deal, Jason, and I will give you just personally. I'm in law school. My grandpa had passed away, and he gave me his card. Called it the beater. It was one of them old Chrysler Diplomats that looked like the old cop cars.
There's a case waiting for you.
And so I'm literally taking a tax exam, and I'd found a spot right in front of the school in Houston. Well, I come outside and someone had smashed, it was a night class or night exam, smashed into the side of the car, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, SOB, son of a gun. So I called the insurance company, I don't remember which one, and she says, well, you don't have, collision coverage. She goes, you have this, this, this. And she says, she named uninsured motorist coverage. I'm like, oh, great, uninsured motorist. Yeah, that's who hit me, an uninsured motorist, because of that. That's not what it is. Uninsured motorist is I've been in the car and I had been injured by an uninsured motorist, but I didn't know. And I was
Yeah.
in law school at 20 something years old.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. And there were lawyers listening to this,
Yeah.
and accountants and other educated individuals have
Yep.
no idea about automobile insurance and what it covers and what it doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you back this up to 15 minutes, 11 seconds,
Yeah.
you need to increase the property damage, meaning if you're at fault, from 10,000 to at least 25,000. Okay. But remember, people, just because you double or triple your benefits, what you're buying, that doesn't exponentially mean it goes from $50 for that coverage to 150. So
Right.
go and take a little time and say, how much is 25,000? Well, it's $23. I'm throwing out a number. How much is
Yeah.
50,000?
Do the homework.
It's $32.
Yeah.
So you've got double or triple the coverage for $7 more.
Yeah. Do the homework and grab the value.
So
Yeah.
you need to increase your property damage. You need to have bodily injury liability. And if nothing else, I know it's expensive, at least 10,000. That's the minimum you can buy, but have at least that, because I'm telling you, 99% of the attorneys out there, if you hit somebody and you got 10,000, they'll have their client take it and give you a release. If you have nothing, you're looking at suspended license lawsuits, all kinds of things. Again, check what's 25,000 cost. What's 50,000? Look at the right side of the screen to see how much it's going up.
Yeah.
You must have uninsured motorist coverage. That doesn't mean the other person doesn't have insurance. It means they don't have bodily injury liability or not enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And then comp and collision is just, if you have an old beater and it's worth $2,000, I wouldn't waste the money on collision or comprehensive. But if you have a brand new car, the bank's going to require it.
Yeah.
The problem with this cat here is his car was like 3 days old, and he didn't have coverage on the other car because it was old, right? And he thought
to transfer.
He thought there was a grace period, right? Transfer coverage, which there is, but if you don't have
it's the same coverage.
Collision,
Yeah.
It's the same coverage.
Yeah.
And before he could figure that out,
Change it.
It was all
That's
over.
so fast. Oh man. Oh.
I know. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, well, thank you.
He's frustrated with me, but dude, there's nothing.
Well, it is. It's your
I
fault.
can do. No,
It is your
I
fault.
get it, but
Yeah.
and
Totally
I
your
feel bad for him. And I'm going to try. We'll see what we can do I'm trying a different angle, trying to say he was not at fault and this, that, and the other, trying to help him out. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you have a duty to read, learn, and understand your automobile insurance policy.
Yeah. And Apple Pay. Yeah.
Yeah, Apple Pay. It's scary.
It is. Well, look, thank you for clarifying that and breaking that out. I think it's such an important thing. We click things all the time and don't realize exactly what we're clicking on and what the agreements mean. So it's super important, and I'm glad you brought it up. So
all right. Any
cool.
plans this week? How's Crystal in the pregnancy coming?
She's doing good. The kids kind of fell a little ill this week, so they've all been kind of laying around and resting.
Yeah,
but
there's some mung going around for sure.
Yeah, but she's
doing
good.
I think they call it COVID.
Yeah. She's doing good. She's through
what month is she in?
We're about 26, 25.
You ain't pregnant.
Okay. She's at 25 or 6 or something like that, around there.
Oh, out of 40, so she's still got a good ways to go.
Yeah. She told me last night it was about the size of a corn cob, so it's about, And
I know what a corn cob is.
yeah, they'll start to
Like,
grow.
hey, just so you know, this ain't a corn cob.
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell you're got in your corn.
Well, we had a corn husk the other day. We had a bunch of them. They were just before they had been husked. Anyway.
All right, McCullough, we said hello, of course.
I will. I will.
Anything else? The Buccaneers play in Seattle. Go
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah.
And then, church is sometime between 8, 10, and 12 on Sundays.
Yeah. Session early committees start next week. So I'll be in. I'll be in
What's that got
those.
to do with going to church?
Nothing. You were just asking what's coming up. I was just.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought we're done, but Jason says.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Is
No.
committee meetings. And
Back
so
to
forth.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right past Jesus to get.
I
to
never want to steal Jesus'
the
thunder.
Satan's up in Tallahassee. Creepers. Anyway, take your butt to church, give Jesus his dues, tell him thank you, and then while you're there, pray for the evil that happens up in Tallahassee.
That's right.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm not stealing any more of Jesus' thunder. We're good.
Creepers. All right, well, take us out.
You got it.
Reed and Reed, it's like having a lawyer in the family.